Initially, my first experiences with it, of course, was through my father. My father came up with us. He stayed with us the entire time. That was one of the things. When I was going around, coming up, I grew up in Jasper, Alabama, a really small city, moved around from grandparents' house to grandparents' house. But through it all, I always had my father. Coming around other students who didn't have their fathers with them, around friends who didn't have their fathers with them, to see how my father stuck with my mother the entire time. My father never cursed around us. My father didn't drink around us. He didn't do a lot of things that a lot of people did and made a habit of doing. He didn't have a habit of doing those kinds of things. He always taught us about hard work. He always taught us about responsibility. He taught us the basic and the most basic levels, I say, most fundamental levels of chivalry. And the way that he did that, to me, was black masculinity. That's what I learned. Because of my father, he always made sure that he taught us things through experiences as well. He didn't do as much of the talking as he did doing. So now I'm more of that. I'm more of an action person. I do things. I'm always executing. I don't always say do this and do that on time. I try to do this and do that on time myself. I try to do this effectively or efficiently on time. When I see somebody coming through a door, I try to hold the door before them. I greet people when I see them. When I see someone older coming to the room, I stand up. When I go into a room, I introduce myself. Those are the kind of things that I do. Also, I've had other mentors as well while I was in college and also outside of college who've helped me to shape what I do on my professional level, what I do in my different jobs and my careers. That helped me to shape what I do now and try to implement what they've taught me and what I see them do as well. I saw how much of an impact it had on me and my family. When I looked at the families, my family and the other families around us, we were completely different almost. People always had these different complaints. You could see other certain kind of flaws they might have had that we didn't have. We had our own flaws, but the things that we knew other people didn't know, and I can see a lot of that came from my father. A lot of that came from the respect that he made sure that we showed everybody. He made sure we were respectful to people older and younger. To see that kind of effect that it had on our family. We had 6 kids. There's 6 kids my mom and dad had. And to have all of us, African American, grew up in a low socioeconomic status in the country, from the projects, Section 8 housing, to all 6 of us going to college, on scholarships. Not my parents paying for it, but because he showed us how to be respectful to people, how to pay attention. He showed us how to do the things like hold open the doors. That is what helped us to get where we are today. That's what helped us move forward when other people were left back. That's what helped us to stand out when other people were looked over. And I believe that if we can try to help more people to learn that today, or if we can help other black men to do that now and show them where respect can get them, how they can get respect back, not from fighting, not from cursing, not from stealing. You don't have to steal the respect. If you show the respect, if you're respectful to other people, then you will be respected even more so and highly regarded. I feel that's what's important. That's my takeaway from my father did and what I'm trying to show and be a model for other black men. I believe what we can do is some of the things that's going on at Tennessee State University and other schools around the United States now is being more involved, being more engaged, things like service learning, civic engagement, community outreach. The black males who have had their fathers at home, or the black males who have had some kind of role model, whether it be a grandfather, an uncle, a pastor, a friend, who helped them to build that within themselves so they have their own resolve. If they can go out and get more involved in the community. When there's going to be a basketball game somewhere nearby, you're off that day, go to the basketball game. Not that you have to go and teach a class. Now, I'm not saying that everybody needs to go into the classroom, but if they could just be more so models for these young men. If you can go to the Boys and Girls Club and just help sell candy or just go play ball with them sometimes. For the black men to be around these younger children, to be around these younger boys, the boys will be able to see them as these models. The boys will be able to look up to them and have a role model right there in front of them, someone who they can ask questions to, even though they might not have those fathers at home. I believe the plan, what we can start doing now, is being more involved. Wherever we can be involved, be there.